Yes, sir, we promised you a great minute.
Andre, the China WrestleMania!
Hulkamania is running wild!
My God, what a It's not the world is watching!
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Conway.
I'm headed down the southern trail. I'm going chicken hunting. Chopping redneck chicken necks. I ain't saying nothing to that hillbilly. Stick my barrel in his eye. Boom shaka, head chunks in the sky. Why? I never liked chicken pot pie or a chopped chicken on rye. Tell Mr. Willie Bubba I'ma cut his neck up. Chop, chop. There you go, scare cut. What do you do with the drunken hillbilly? Cut his fucking eyes out and feed him to his Aunt Tilly. Yeah.
Are you ready? Are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Holy shit!
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I don't know. Were you thinking, holy shit, a swordfish almost went through my head?
Holy shit! Holy shit! And all the assholes want us to shit all over everything. Holy shit!
Where's the Tylenol?
You guys in the cheap seats on the carpet, the cheap seats in the carpeted wall I'm pointing at. All right, thank you. Hello and welcome. Rogue Entertainment presents Holy Shit News. Episode 32. Is Pennsylvania the new Florida? Well, after tonight, folks, we'll let you be the judge. I don't know why I started out with an R. Kelly and Biggie song, but I haven't peed on anybody today, so that's a good thing. I mean, it's, R. Kelly's locked up for that, right? He was peeing on Aaliyah when she was like, never mind. Anyway, he's not Kevin Spacey. He's black. He's the black Kevin Spacey, folks. But I don't know if any of his accusers disappeared. Anyway, moving right along. We have a wonderful show playing for you tonight. We got a great guest. Let's introduce one of our returning panelists. He wasn't here last week, but God damn it, he's here tonight, folks.
We'll fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe, American hero. G.I. Joe is there.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. I'm happy to be back again. Thank you, Etep, for having me here. Love being here with all y'alls. I've got a few different things coming up. God knows tomorrow on my Vets Talking Knife Hands, we are going to get probably straight 2 fucking hours of talking about the mainstream media's reaction to the Sound of Freedom. The QAnon conspiracy theory. They want to deny all that. Well, I'm not going to get into the dark stuff. Not going to get into it. We'll get into it tomorrow. So check out Vets Talking on that. I'm going to be dropping a bunch of other pre-record videos. So come check out all that stuff too. You can always check out Vets Talking Drop G and you'll find me. And I'm just ready to get into some Pennsylvania man.
It doesn't quite have the ring that Florida man has, but trust me, he's just as fucked up in the head. Trust me. Link to Vets Talking is in the description to the video, as it is every video and live stream, along with pretty much our every other cast of characters. Our guest is in there as well, but we'll get to him soon. We've got another regular for you right here, ladies and gentlemen, and I think you know who it is. Let me play his clip.
Each leap brings us closer to God. Catch me, Lord, catch me. Oh, what have we done to make God angry? You did it.
It is me, the CJP. I'm glad to be here on Pennsylvania Man News, Penny Man News. I don't know. It's Pennsylvania. All I know is it's a bunch of homicides and Amish. That's all I know about Pennsylvania. So, but yeah, I'm glad to be here. Just ready to get some news. Let's have some fun.
Absolutely, man. Glad to have you. Yeah, Pennsylvania. I mean, they had Ben Raplesberger for what, a couple decades and a few Super Bowls and 3 allegations, and I mean, it is what it is. But let me get over here
because once you find Jesus, then all is forgiven.
Yeah, all's forgiven once you find Space Jeebus. Why doesn't anyone claim salvation once I find the flying spaghetti monster? And I say that as somebody who was raised Catholic and as an ethnic Jew. Trust me, all the guilt, folks. I should be the one that's embraced the giant flying spaghetti monster in the sky. But speaking of Jeebus and all that other fun stuff, let me introduce to you the devil, Beelzebub, as it were.
You stole my Jesus fish, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, you know me. Devil Made Me Do It, Nalik3 on the Twitters. If you like memes, check it out. And check out Get Ranked this Sunday. We got Etep on there. So,
yes, sir.
Make sure you show up.
You're talking me or the crowd? Because I'll be there. I will
the
be
crowd,
there,
no. I trust you.
He's like, no, you this time, motherfucker. You showed me last time. Pulled that power move. I'm like, nah, I ain't showing up. No, I honestly couldn't make it. But I will be there Sunday. I've got it marked on the calendar, brother. Thank you for inviting me back. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem.
And thank you for being here, man. You're one of our new regulars now. So
yeah, happy to be here.
Glad to have you, man. Glad to have you. And we got one more regular that snuck in the back door, no pun intended. Even though he's Big Ange. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is. He'll be hanging out with us at Horror Hound August 18th through the 20th in Indianapolis. Got
the magic stick. I know if I could hit once, I could hit twice.
Hey guys, what's up? It sucks because she's had to cancel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Rose McGowan's gonna be there now.
Yeah, she had sex with Marilyn Manson. I don't know.
She's in Ready to Rumble though, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was on Ready to Rumble.
Yeah, exactly.
Foreign objects.
So, but yeah, there's no round 2 with Nev. So, yeah, it's a little disheartening.
That is. But thank you for being here,
yes,
despite your infinite sadness and obvious depression. But we do have a wonderful guest who's been gracious enough to come back and join us. Ladies and gentlemen, Leon Idol from Words of Paradise.
Oh, thank you so much, Shia. I recently rewatched Crystal Skull, and it's not as bad as I remember. So by all means, you should also give yourself a round of applause. But yeah, no, I'm here. I'm happy to be back. I'm excited to talk about Sound of Freedom as well as Pennsylvania, because in Pennsylvania, I want to say that like anytime I hear that, I get real excited because I remember how great the Philadelphia level was in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, and remember that one good video game level 30 years ago doesn't make for a good city and state. So other than that, I'm really excited. Let's go. I'm hyped.
Thank you for being here, brother. Appreciate you coming back.
I would have accepted that Crystal Skull statement if only you would have said something like you saw the Dial of Dysentery and therefore it's not as bad in comparison. I still can't agree with that.
There's a review. Well, it was supposed to be a review. There's a review of Dial of Destiny on my channel that really ended up being just me venting for like 20 minutes.
That's and there's some movies that you watch that it happens that way. And trust me, oh God, do I understand that some of the shite I've watched over the years for the channel. I've got a review of Peter and David Paul's comedy from 1990, Think Big, coming out. I'll be doing a series on them. I'm going to review Think Big, Double Trouble, Twin Sitters, and The Barbarians, all in the next probably couple weeks. So yeah, and I got a Cynthia Rothrock video coming out for those of you who like ass-kicking martial arts chicks from the 80s who at 66 can still kick ass today. Yeah. So, but our first story, ladies and gentlemen, is Oh, all right. Let's see here. We can let's see. Where do we want to start with this one? Yeah, let's go down to Houston. Let's start out in Houston.
Houston, man.
Houston man. Journalist digs into the bizarre case of missing Houston man, Rudy Farias, who was never missing. Missing man found 8 years later. So local news live sat down with Insider's senior correspondent Laura Italiano. Laura Mambo Italiano. I wonder if that's her middle name. Hey, Mambo Italiano. No? Okay. To unpack this missing persons case full of twists and turns and no more Mambo Italiano references. I promise that is the last time I will say that during this story. Well, it didn't add up.
Mambo number 5 references, just to be clear, Jessica, there's all the Mambo number 5 references still coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mambo number 9.75. Well, it didn't add up. The mother filed out an intake form that had the wrong birthday for her son, saying he was 17, not 18. Italiano says the form was when mom, Janie Santana, first reported her son missing back in 2015. It was June 29th, 2023, when now 25-year-old Rudy Farias was found outside a Houston church. But according to new information from the Houston Police Department, he may never have been missing in the first place. So where's he been for 8 years? Just hanging out, getting high, doing shit. He was touring with, what's his name, Hunter S. Thompson? No, really? No Fear and Loathing fans? God, I hate you people.
I couldn't watch that. I got
I've only seen it once.
And I felt like I was on drugs, so I was all, shit, I gotta go take a nap.
Apparently they made him have to explain things.
I enjoyed that movie, but the first time I watched it, I was on a lot of mushrooms. It made it more fun. Like that's a movie I've never tried to watch it in any state of sobriety. It's always been like intoxicated in some form, so it'll probably lose its luster if I ever do. So I'm just gonna live with that image of it in my head.
I've never watched Fear and Loathing on mushrooms or whatnot, but I did watch The Wolf of Wall Street on mushrooms, and let me tell you, when they get to the Quaalude scene and you're already on mushrooms, that is a blast of a scene.
Holy shit!
Well, I can
imagine.
If you watch those movies when you're on drugs, about drugs, do they seem normal? Like, oh god, this is a great.
Oh, this is just reality.
I remember telling my buddy how much I loved the band Rush. He's like, oh, so they've kicked in, haven't they?
Wait. Okay, I absolutely love Rush. I'm not gonna lie, I do. I love Rush.
They're fantastic.
Subdivisions is one of my favorite fucking songs of theirs. Not gonna lie, that's good shit. But yeah, it just makes me. What is that? What the fuck is the drummer's name? Is it Neil?
Neil Peart.
Neil Peart. Chester Cheetah slams his fucking hand through that glass table after he blows the line. It's not easy being cheesy. God, Neil Peart, he's listening to Working Man. He's like, God, Neil Peart's the best fucking drummer ever. Yeah, I fucking love those Family Guy cutaways. So Mambo Italiano, I lied, spoke with 4 private investigators who contributed to the original missing persons case, and they said had concerns with the information they received from Tito Santana, the Flying Burrito. Thank you, Bobby Heenan, for that one. One investigator, there's another wrestling reference. It's like, Jesus Christ, he's making racist references. Well, I mean, it's only racist, Bobby Heenan racist, so... And he lost half his face before he died, so think about that before you insult me. One investigator told insiders searchers found an asthma inhaler and backpack at the scene of Farias' disappearance that his family said were his, but after investigating, police found they weren't. Rudy never had asthma, and the schoolwork belonged to an unknown elementary schooler. His mom didn't provide a recent picture for Farias' missing poster, instead giving police one from when he was 14, like he'd been shot in the process of just buying Skittles and an iced tea. That's a Trayvon Martin reference.
That was a good
reference. But seriously, she gets, hey, we're looking for this guy. Here's a picture from fucking 10 years ago. Wait, look, he didn't get shot by the police. We want to know what he looks like. He's just missing.
Yeah, they come across him. They're all like, "Oh, they can't be him. He's got a beard. You know, he's 2 foot taller."
This guy weighs 180. In this picture, he's like 100 pounds.
Like, there's no pictures of me from when I was young that my mother would have. She was always on meth all the time. Like, if you were trying to go get a picture of me, if I went missing, you have to go to my grandmother, and even then, to be a picture of me from when I was like 7. So from 7 to about 25, there's no Leon pictures out there. So if I go missing, I'm fucked.
Well, I mean, the by the numbers, I mean, just don't get shot by the police. Then your family won't have to put out that preschool picture.
I put a gun on a cop by mistake, and I still didn't get shot. I've never been so happy to be born white.
Holy shit! He's like, officer, I have a gun and a white privilege card. The cop's like, yeah, you know what, sir, you're fine. I'm in the wrong here. You know what? Why don't you have my gun?
If Leon goes missing,
I had one in the side of my car door, and like I couldn't find my insurance info. So while I was like, oh, maybe it's in the little cubby, and so I pulled the gun out, just trying to look to see if it was, to move it out of the way. And the cops like all of a sudden pulls his gun. I was like, wait, no, this is what it looks like. He pulled me out of the car and called it back up. He put me over the trunk of my car, and cops like, I promise I'm not a bad person. I have a Hillary for prison bumper sticker. And he's like, that doesn't make you a good person, son.
If you go missing, we'll just go get one of those Jesus candles. Say, there it is.
Hey, I've got a bunch of them in my garage. I got the Virgin Mother de Guadalupe, the Jesus de Santa Maria. I've got the full collection of candles in the garage, right in front of my weed tray. Ironically enough,
because you can't let pass over your house unless you have the Fauci candle.
I should order one of those as a gag gift and send it to my dad so he can hit me over the head with it on Christmas. Because that's what he'd probably do. He'd throw it at me, you fucker. Let me acknowledge this chat here. Tim's Talks in the house. Who let that Raylo Leon on? Ugh.
I'm not a Raylo. Just because I look like a homo with this haircut does not mean I'm a Raylo. God damn. I thought Jesus earlier. This is my white Jesus haircut.
If it looks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, if it butt fucks like a duck.
Yep.
He's a monster.
Oh, Tolbat's in the house. What's up? Jew Beaumont, hail the men's room. What's up? I was over there last Friday night hanging out with the men's room guys. That was fun. Jason Holt, channel member Jason Holt, hail. Papa Cotton's in the house. What's going on, man? Welcome. Superfan Adam Gashan. The cult classic Cage, lurking for the man Leon. All right, Scrambles the death dealer.
Hey, Scramble.
Keely Chow. And, of course, CJP, where would we be without Keemon Bell in the out-of-place Stranger Things comment? I'm going to make a bumper for that. Keemon Bell's own bumper. The out-of-place Stranger Things comment of the night. Knowing that we don't really talk pop culture on Wednesday nights, Keemon just says, you know what? Fuck it. I'm diving in head first, and I'm over here going like, what is he doing? Steve has been through enough. Dustin's not going to let that happen to him after Eddie's death, so I think maybe no one's going to die except Will. Oh, there'll be deaths. I
hope they all die.
But first,
I want a Rogue One that show.
I hope
it's the entire
slaughter.
I'm just sitting back going, good. And I love that show. I really did. And I came in late. Like I watched the entire series like twice over last year. Because my kids started watching it, and I'm like, what are you watching? I'm like, when I was still wrestling, half the fucking guys in the locker room were like, you got to watch Stranger Things. I'm like, what are you fucking nerds babbling about? And I did. I was like, I'd never really like, they're like, oh, it's 80s shit. You should like it. And I'm like, and I'm like, is it just fan service bullshit? Because I've already been burned by Star Wars at this point.
Coming from the guy who collects figures, calling people nerds.
I was being sarcastic. Yep, that's it, Draven.
That's how I was
get the fuck out of here, Draven.
I was like, you're right. I am a D&D player, and yeah.
I would rather say instead of the nerd thing is that being such a horror fan as you are, it's going back to classic like 80s horror tropes, man.
Exactly.
That should have been something you should have immediately hopped on.
I have an entire D&D fucking like dedicated like area in my basement out there, right next to the dedicated Lego area. You guys have seen my office. I'm getting ready to buy another 40 or 50 Motu figures and another Castle Grayskull and some Sky Sleds because I never had any, and it's like I want them. But no, so this guy was never missing. This kid was never fucking missing, apparently. So the press conference a couple days ago,
it took them to find that mispointed $6.2 billion for Ukraine or whatever. Like,
what is this money for Ukraine?
You can't find some random black kid who was never missing,
or the pipe bombers that they've never been able to find.
Yeah. Also, they never found what's her name, Kaylee Anthony. Did they never, was it her? No, it was John Benet Ramsey, right?
Yeah.
Or is it not the killer?
Yeah, they never found, but speaking about Kaylee Anthony, I gotta ask, I'm being 100% serious about this. Has enough time passed where we can admit that Casey Anthony's pretty hot? Like,
dog, I said I'd fuck her like 8 years ago. I mean, that's probably before she killed her kid.
I never denied. I never denied that she wasn't hot, but she was an obvious fucking club going fucking drunk junkie that didn't fucking pay attention to her kids. So yeah, she's hot, but piece of shit mom.
But as long as we can admit that, because, there was a few years ago where you said that, people were like, "What? It's still too soon." Like, the kid's been dead for like 5 years or however long it's been. Like, we can admit it now at least.
Can't deny she's fucking hot. Yeah. Like, on the psycho level to where she'll kill her fucking kid, but hot.
Well, that was like that Jody, what's her name? Jody Arias.
Yeah, Jody
Remember
Arias.
her? Jody Arias, yeah.
Yep.
She was fucking crazy hot. Well, not like, I don't know, not hot. But she was sexy. And I mean, but bitch fucking stabbed the dude. She stabbed old boy to death in the fucking shower. She was like, if you make me go see the Book of Mormon one more time, motherfucker. And just... Couldn't take it no more. Stabbed him dead.
What was the SNL cast member that was shot by his wife? It wasn't Phil Hartman. Was it
Phil Hartman?
Yeah,
Phil Hartman.
Yeah, like what, dude? Like,
wow.
I love women, but they're clearly the crazier sex. Let's be real. Like, all we sit online and bitch about He-Man and Star Wars. Women will kill you. So,
right, over little shit. Yeah, hey, I'm just throwing it out there, man. And I got love for my Puerto Rican girls out there, but I've been with one of y'all and. That was enough. That scared the shit out of me. Look, I hooked up with this girl one time and she gave me 8 ways to contact her. I'm like,
and this
motherfucker, what?
Size.
Oh, dude, yeah, no.
You're gonna come to my family. This is my. You call me here at my auntie's house. I'm like, what the fuck?
I went on a date with this chick once. Actually, the chick I was with when I got pulled over when I pulled the gun on the cop. So I should know the red flags were there. But no, we're at dinner. We're shooting pool, whatever we're doing. And I was in the police academy at the time, and I told her that my goal was like to move to Colorado and be a park ranger. And like this first date, and she goes, "Yeah, I'd go to Colorado with you." I was like, "That's when I knew." I was like, "Okay, never mind. This one is not going to work." Yeah. Still took her to my place afterwards, but after that, never talked to her again like a man.
All the red flags, bro. All the red flags were flying. It looked like a fucking soccer match. There were so many red cards.
It looked like a communist China parade at that point.
Wait, hang on. Speaking of red flags, I think my cousin Yuri might have... Wait, no, not delete the background. Use the background. Hello, you stupid, fat American capitalist pig, fat, and I'll say fat twice because even your pores are fat. I don't. There we go. That's Yuri. That's Yuri. Grab it. I'm in Doomtep's laboratory now. The kitties are in the cases. All right. Ex-girlfriends make the best fertilizer. You know what, Papa? You're not wrong. Wait, here it is. Hang on.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Fuck that shit.
Like that scene in Dirty Work. It's like, look, there's a dead hooker in her trunk. There's not a dead hooker in my trunk. Look, I know a dead hooker when I see one. I've never seen so many dead hookers. Lord knows I have.
Jason Holt, a man of great culture, not only because he's a channel member, but he's quoting Guns N' Roses. She's buried right in my backyard, and I can still hear her complain. I have that cassette, GNR Lies. I do. It's probably right down here in the fucking box of cassettes.
It's like the philosophical question. If the tree falls in the forest, is the man still wrong? and no one's around to get it.
You might know this fun bit of trivia that nobody seems to know about GNR Lies. A lot of people think that Appetite was their first album, but GNR Lies was actually their first, and it panned, and then they re-released it after Appetite because people finally knew who they were.
Yep. Because GNR Lies was more of a niche album, and Appetite for Destruction had more hard-hitting, mainstream-type tracks on it. I mean, dude, Rocket Queen, My Michelle, and I'm not even mentioning Welcome to the Jungle.
I would say Mr. Brownstone, which I think is probably
Mr. Brownstone
on that album.
Yes, I won't even deny that. That fucking song slaps to this day. Like anything, like, yeah. Guns N' Roses was definitely, but don't hit me with that Chinese democracy shit. That was, oof.
No, don't. I would say also don't listen to Guns N' Roses after Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. Like that's the cutoff for me.
Nope. That definitely. Speaking of cutoffs, no, I don't have any stories about cutoff members today.
You are doing. Speaking of cutoffs,
yeah.
No,
I'm circumcised.
Stories.
No, but what we do have is a special. Draven, this is right up your alley, brother.
Oh, hey.
Special needs teacher fired after school district discovered OnlyFans account denies egregious conduct. Kristen McDonald made $1,000 bi-weekly as a special needs teaching assistant in British Columbia, Canada. I'm sure Justin Trudeau will call her up in blackface and pretend he's an NBA player.
No.
No.
I think that's her.
No. Oh, I was gonna say I'm special.
This is her right here. I'm
so special. That's even hotter.
Right?
Shit. Holy fuck.
Yep. This one's much hotter.
Oh, I'll be so
Miss
special for you, girl.
McDonald, can you help me with my headgear?
It looks like she's eating an orange that isn't peeled, so maybe she should have been in one of her own classes. There's that an apple. From this picture, it looks like an orange. So,
yeah, I don't see the problem here. What are the kids gonna? Keely Child's feeding the ducks. There it is.
I can't blame him on this one. There's a lot of ducks being fed right now.
Teacher, I've been a bad boy. I need a split.
Apparently, I'm already following her on Instagram.
Of course you are, Draven. Of course you are.
Dude, when
you this article a while back.
When a chick looks like that, she shouldn't have to do any other job. All she has to do is OnlyFans and survive off of that.
Here we go. Here's
to be fair, she taught special needs kids. I don't think that teachers deserve to be paid more. I'm like, no, you guys have shown that you don't know how to teach kids, so you don't deserve more. But special needs teachers, you probably need to make more than $2,000 a month to like spend, 40 hours a week around retarded kids. I couldn't do that for like $10,000 a month. So
yeah, basically all you gotta do is make sure they don't die.
Just like, really, stop doing the wood. I'll go home and touch myself later. Fuck.
Yeah, like.
Sorry.
This is fun. No, I don't do it. You ain't fucking hurting my feelings. I'm just sitting back again going, good.
I'm sure your fan base is not full of Down syndrome individuals, so no one here should be getting offended.
I mean, the girls Draven dates, but I mean, we're fine.
I saw one of the articles about like a teacher got caught. Apparently, her and her boyfriend were filming sex scenes in the schoolroom, and that made me think back. Damn, I wonder how many pornos I've watched. They were actual fucking classrooms,
right?
You always assume they're sets, but then like, damn, some of them did look pretty damn realistic.
Yeah, we grew up in the generation
time I ever felt
before.
The boob was in the theater closet. So,
what's that, Devil?
We grew up in the generation before teachers started being whores. It's like, goddamn.
Yeah.
Y'all, my teachers,
you had the teachers diddling
the dress like right up under their boob. All my teachers are that.
I was the reason why our journalism class had to take the lock off the darkroom, the inside of the darkroom door, because my senior year, I was messing around with this girl who was like a junior, and I walked in there and I was developing. I was, of course, stoner me, always late, turning in my photos. I was in there finishing up some prints for the fucking final copy of the yearbook, and this girl I was kind of messing around with walks in behind me and closes the door and just goes sit on the counter, and I'm like, okay. So, yep, she just Went right downtown, and I'm like, all right. I just walked out of there afterwards, and yeah, the next fall, I had my younger sisters were still in the high school. They're like, yeah, they took the lock off the inside of the darkroom door. All the photographers motherfucker you because the teacher found out why. I'm like, that's why the lock's gone. I'm like,
yeah, but did you look through the photos of that yearbook and be like, oh damn, the contrast was too high on these. I should have paid more attention. Like,
yeah, I was like, damn it, I must have been distracted, you know. Oh yeah, dude, there was spots like we would go up and smoke weed above our auditorium because my boy did the lights and sound for the drama club and every like production in the auditorium. So he had keys to the school, so we would go up in the area inside the sound booth. There was this big ass blue metal door and it was always locked. He'd unlock it and we'd go up in there, you'd go up in the catwalk and we'd sit up there and smoke weed. It was so much fucking fun.
I'll do you one better. I actually smoked weed in the classroom. The teacher, one of our teachers, essentially gave us a free day because one of the teacher's friends, who was also a teacher, was getting married. So she came over to that class because she had a free period, and they decided to go through wedding things and do their little Gossip Girl shit. So a couple of the guys in the class, we get all brave about it, and we're all okay. What we're gonna do is puff in, go over to the water fountain and blow it down the freaking water thing, and no one will know. By the end of that class, the whole damn thing smelled like pot. I think they were just too nice to want to get us all like expelled. But yeah, the five of us, we were all stoned and just over there going down the water fucking fountain.
Jesus, dude. I remember
one time. Oh, sorry. No, go for it after you.
No, my freshman year in metal shop, one of my really good friends, this dude I've played ball with, I mean, I'm still friends with him this day. He was a fucking knucklehead. He was like the definition of like a blue chip athlete with a 10-cent brain. Dude could dunk in 6th grade. Like, was dunking a ball in 6th grade. Was he one of
those motherfuckers that I would have ran track against in 7th grade? He would have had like full-on Wolfman beards. Like, well, fuck, I'm getting second place in this one. Yep. Like,
I mean, dude, we were coming into 6th grade. This motherfucker had like full-on like leg hair. Like, I mean, like he was like ready to shave. And he's the same age as all of us. Well, this motherfucker, our freshman year in high school, not the brightest individual. We're in metal shop, right? And he's in the welding booth, and he sits there and fires up a joint in the welding booth. Fucking shop teacher, been there 35 years, walks over, opens the fucking thing. Get the fuck, grabs him, get out of here. Fucking grabs the joint, throws it on the ground, fucking stomps it out, drags him to the office. Shop teacher's only like 5'6". My man is like 6'2" already. It was fucking hilarious.
And the next year he changed his name to Leah and became a gold medalist swimmer.
Oh,
in the female category.
Later that year, we had a dude cut his thumb off. I mean, it was beautiful. And then I used that to my advantage because this dude was a year older than me, and he tried to give me a swirly in the bathroom, and I grabbed him. He had that wrap on his hand. I grabbed him right by where that thumb used to be and just fucking squeezed and put him down on his knees. Oh, it was the most beautiful thing I had to get in trouble for it. He got suspended for fucking trying to put me in the toilet. I was fine. It was great. Fucking assholes. I miss high school. I miss it.
I don't at all. Fuck high school.
Yeah, I don't either. Fuck that, please.
Only thing I actually enjoyed about it was junior ROTC. I was a fucking army guy from freshman year.
Oh shit! Wait, what'd Papa say? I used to be the only guy in my high school that sold weed. I was like, oh fuck, dude, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you were everyone's friend.
Yep. Yep. You guys had that one dude in high school. It was like their older brother, their dad was like would sell weed, and that was like one of my best friends, man. Like it was his older brother, So like, but he was this little chubby Mexican kid, and a bunch of fucking assholes were picking on him, and I stood up for him, and that's how we became best friends. He's the best man at my wedding. But yeah, it was fucking crazy. So we got special needs teachers getting fired for OnlyFans. How about a Colorado supermarket employee fired after filming shoplifters on Father's Day? How about that one?
Oh, jeez. For real?
How about that? Shoplifters?
Yep. Santino Barola said the store's policy of non-confrontation prevented him from physically engaging with the shoplifters. Oh, we got video? Let's watch the video. We're gonna have to sit through an ad. Yep, we'll mute the fucking ad. Of course, it's Michael B. Jordan.
I was about to say, I'll bet anything. Yeah, you can't film because they're probably black, but these look like white dudes. They had a problem with white people stealing or being filmed.
I don't think the white people are allowed
I'm going
to
through the
steal.
mental gymnastics of the fucking ridiculous left right now.
They've already got their white privilege cards. They're not allowed to steal too.
Yeah,
There are
they
stolen
should be able
land
to
from the
steal
indigenous
and-
people.
Yeah, and if they do get caught stealing, you should be perfectly allowed to film them and have the cops called on them. God forbid they be black though.
Yeah, these guys are good.
Here it is right here.
Yeah, the white dudes.
Stealing.
Yep.
Dude looks like McLovin from
Really,
back
bro?
here. Like
You gotta
he does.
The enemy's not that bad.
He's got a belt on. His pants are still falling off.
Yep.
At least he's got a reusable shopping bag.
Dude, he looks just like Nick Lovin. It's hilarious.
Getting good.
Yeah, they're not stealing groceries. They're stealing freaking clothes washing shit. They're gonna sell that shit.
He rips a fucking tag off their plate. Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Oh,
that man is a fucking hero.
Absolutely. He got fired for doing that though.
I guarantee you, he's getting job offers though. Like after the, you do it-
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's not
getting
having a hard
job
time
offers.
finding a job after that.
Yeah, that man is a fucking is a king right there. A King of Supers employee in Colorado was fired after he filmed 3 men stealing $500 worth of laundry detergent. Santino Barola, a former military police officer.
How much laundry they have to do if they're selling $500 worth of laundry
Oh,
detergent?
they're probably
like,
selling it.
Oh yeah, they're selling
it
that shit.
to the fucking the boonies and telling them it's Coke.
That's a fencing operation right there. I'm surprised they're not selling Tide Pods to teenagers. This is shit though. This guy served in the fucking military. He's working fucking at a supermarket and he gets fired for trying to prevent people from creating corporate shrink, which these guys don't.
which is the
Yeah,
job
you're stealing.
description, loss prevention. Change the
Dude,
damn name. You ain't gonna let people prevent some fucking losses.
I did this too for a time being. That was my first job when I worked for this private security company.
We talked about
doing-
last time I was on because there was some shenanigans then too.
yeah.
Like there's oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, always. Look at them stealing. He says off camera, "Really, bro? You got to resort to this. Economy's not that bad." The shoplifters hop in the car and start to drive away. He manages to pull off the aluminum foil covering the license plate. They use aluminum foil. What are they cooking? A microwave fucking or a toaster oven pizza? Yeah, don't put. Well, actually, these guys would probably put aluminum foil in the microwave. At no point does he physically engage with them.
I'm assuming these are the kind of guys that would cook a squirrel on a hot plate and burn up an apartment complex.
Oh yeah, that's happening.
A hot plate that they stole, mind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
And the squirrel after they
let's-
got done fucking it.
The now viral video has been shared by the Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office, which is in Arizona, and rapper Snoop Dogg, who has more than 80 million followers on Instagram. Barola was fired from his job for supposedly violating the store's policy against chasing after thieves or intervening in a theft. King Supers, which is a subsidiary of the Kroger Company, told CBS Colorado has security measures in place to help prevent crime and de-escalate such confrontations to minimize the risk to our associates. I'm pretty sure this guy's not scared of shoplifters.
No.
No.
Well, plus they identified them as looking like absolute pussies.
Also,
right.
They're already at their car. How are you going to de-escalate a situation? I would really like you guys to come in and just return the material and won't call the police. Like, fuck you. We're in our car. We're going to hop in and drive off. You don't de-escalate that.
Well, that's kind of what
Right.
I'm trying to think through in my head now too, because it does say that they want you to de-escalate, and that's pretty much what he was doing, was an attempt to de-escalate through verbal communication. That's all he fucking did. He didn't try to prevent it. All he did was say, "Really, bro?" and then took off the fucking The aluminum foil. At what point did he actually engage in anything wrong against that fucking policy?
Because I remember this from back at Target when I worked there. We were not allowed to chase anyone outside the store. Once they got outside the store, you had to let them go because at one point somebody from a Walmart, I believe it was chasing a shop thief, and they ran into the street and got hit, and their family sued Walmart because
I could see that absolutely being the case. Yeah, de-escalate in the store, but don't go outside the store. I could see that being the case.
See, we had to wait to apprehend them until they had failed to offer payment and were getting ready to leave the once they left the point of sale and got ready to walk out the doors, that's when we could apprehend them.
Yeah.
And when people ran, we were told like we could chase them, but you can't physically do anything. So like I chased a couple people down and like talked them back into coming into the store. Because I'm a cunning linguist, but I never had to physically there was one time, and I told Leon about it last time. Is I wanted to. I was like, oh god, this guy pulled out a bottle of Jack Daniels like he was gonna swing on me. I'm like, oh fucking let's dance. I am so ready for this. Let's fucking dance, bud, because I'm gonna shove that up your fucking ass. Like, oh. I'm like, yeah, you don't understand. You're gonna be wearing that fucking bottle, but I talked him down, you know. But yeah, I love this. He added, now mind you, this guy's name is Santino Barola. He says he added that race played no part in his motivation to record the shoplifters. That didn't play a factor. I don't see that as they're white guys. So, you know, I mean, whatever. But I mean, really, like, it's sad that he even has to pre-qualify, you know, his attempted.
They're white.
You know,
no one gives a fuck.
Right, no one cares. The only problem with this, and I'm not sticking up his Pop, I want to highlight his comment here. He says, I don't really care about theft from a giant faceless corporation, zero fucks given. I don't either, other than the fact that I know the ripple effect that widespread theft has on the cost of goods across the board. Yeah. You know, that's the caveat.
My thing is the moral aspect. Any motherfuckers pulling this shit,
right.
They need to be behind you. I don't care what corporation they're stealing from. Fuck these motherfuckers. You know, they're little chicken bitches. They need to be in jail.
It's a trash move. It's a trash move.
You can take that position, Papacon, but then you can never bitch when the price of something goes up because it does go on to the other consumers.
That's
just fact.
That's where it affects us. Is right, people like us who buy things.
And another thing that Dan Bongino talks about is because he was a New York City cop for a long time, and he was there when fucking Rudolph Giuliani became mayor, and the policy became. It was something like broken window or something like that.
Yeah.
Basically, the idea was that the policy of the police was that they didn't bother the small time crime, window breaking, hopping a fucking turnstile in the subway. No one really messed with that until they started saying, no, now we're really going to tackle the small crimes because that person who just hopped the turnstile is also the same dude who just stabbed the woman on the exit, the next stop of that fucking subway. So when they started tackling the small crime, they prevented those same criminals from causing the big crime later on. So it's the same thing. Like these motherfuckers may be stealing laundry detergent right now, but they may go break into some fucking person's house, go wash the laundry and kill the kids while they're at it later on. So well, to be
fair, they wouldn't kill the kids. They're male. That's an exclusively woman's crime. You know, men leave their kids, women drown them. So.
That was that's funny. You talked about that the little crime during the commission or after the commission of the bigger crime, or you know, on the process of, because that's what my dad said. You know, he was, you know, my dad's a retired cop, and he says, yeah, he goes, you know how many times we stopped a guy for having a burned out turn signal who had fucking 4 or 5 felony warrants,
right?
You know. He's like, you know, yeah, you pull him over. Oh, you pulled me over for a broken out taillight. Well, motherfucker, you got 4 felony warrants. That's not just a burned out taillight, bitch. You did some shit wrong, you know. So time to pay the piper.
Yeah, the broken windows policy. What it was all boiled down to is if people see small crimes people getting away with small crimes, it allows almost like a understanding in the community, the larger crimes can happen. That there's a acceptance of it, and that's exactly it. You see a bunch of buildings with broken windows. The idea was that then you would be like, oh, this place isn't, cops aren't here, no one gives a care here, and you would commit bigger crimes, and so it actually propagated larger crime. So we take care of the small stuff, and that lets people know you're not going to get away with the big stuff.
Yep.
And so it was Rudy Giuliani did that.
Yeah, it's almost a concept like a gateway drug. You start doing one thing, and then when you get away with that and you really like it and you get benefits out of it, you start upping the ante. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's why this. I'm sorry, but that's why stop and frisk was a good thing.
Absolutely, they got to bring
under Giuliani.
It
Yes. It wasn't until Bloomberg. He's the one who changed it, and it became more racist.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it's Bloomberg.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And they try to pin that shit on Giuliani. It's like, no. Rudy cleaned that fucking mess up because that was a fucking hellhole. It was like Detroit.
Oh yeah.
Detroit.
Last I heard, they didn't actually do anything different when filming Escape from New York. They just shot it on site and just let it be as is.
It's real life.
Yeah, we don't have to.
This is the lowest production costs all time.
Damn, we don't need to retrofit these buildings to look post-apocalyptic or anything. This is just legit. But you're talking about the things like they don't, like the broken window thing. Well, that's like Detroit. All the burned out crack houses and shit like that, where and it's like all these neighborhoods, and I've been down there multiple times. I used to work in the Jeffries projects with my dad, doing surveillance, and there is outside the projects, I'm talking blocks, city fucking blocks of these empty abandoned houses, and ungodly fucking things happen in these. And that's why when the future doctors and scientists get together and start burning these down, the fucking the Detroit fire departments, they don't respond to come out and put the fire out. They come out and control the burn. They'll let that fucker burn down because that's the last thing they want is some crackhead kidnapping a fucking child and taking him in there, or some, hapless fucking person taking him in there and doing, robbing him, murdering him, or doing other things to him that YouTube doesn't want us to say, but we all know are a fucking sick, sad reality. So that's why when you see those things burn, let them fucking burn.
Throwing a fit about Sound of Freedom.
Yeah. Those kind of people, like the Rothschilds, who, a QAnon conspiracy movie.
Child in your last name, if that's going to be your,
Yeah, somebody who lives off the stuff that sounds like Google Chrome, probably. Let's see, we got another one here. Speaking of the government, we were talking about the federal government. And me just having ate another edible. Let's look at this story right here. The federal government cracks down on edibles that copycat popular snacks. And I was talking about that nerd rope. Look at
those are all edibles.
This was it right here. Dope rope bites. This was what I had.
Hell yeah.
Why is Doritos? I'm like Doritos. I'm trying to find the pun there, but.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with the idea of Dorito fucking THC edibles. Holy shit.
Yep.
Dude,
I thought you just got stoned and ate Doritos.
Better bring them damn dope rope to Horror Hound.
Dude, how much of that stuff, like, you've already eaten an edible, you've got the munchies. You're not trying to see through the fourth dimension when not you grab your bag of Doritos and like thinking you're just got the munchies, but no, it's just more edibles. You're going for a fucking ride, bro.
Yeah, that'd be so dangerous.
Well, I mean, I think that's just subliminal advertising to make you want more edibles because you're thinking, oh shit, I got the munchies now.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is like,
oh wait, these aren't Doritos.
These edibles with the nerds on them, they're so fucking delicious. I've eaten like 3 of them since the show started, and I already had 4 of them today. They make these things too fucking tasty, and I wouldn't recommend that unless you're a seasoned vet. Like Tony was telling me last night, he's like, I was so baked during strikes. I left him with a war chest of goods when I left Las Vegas because I couldn't obviously take it on the plane with me. So I bought 2 pens, like a ½ ounce, fucking 6 bags of edibles. He's got shit for years because he barely uses any of it. So he's like, I ripped the pen like once last night during the stream, and I'm laughing. I'm going like, I wish I could do that. Just one or two fucking rips.
Cracking down on this. I wish they would crack down on copycat off-brand sodas. I don't fucking want Dr. Thunder. Give me Dr. Pepper. Like, oh, you know,
Dr. Thunder.
Yeah, dude. Like
Yeah.
off-brand. There's very few. I'll buy off-brand for almost anything. I ain't buying off-brand Cheetos. I'm not buying off-brand soda. I'll take Dope Bro. But I don't give a shit about that. But stop selling like cola that is almost like Pepsi, but it's not.
The agencies say children and even adults could mistake the tea. This just goes along with needing to take the warning labels off of everything.
Say the same fucking thing.
I think I can say that now that I've started doing the edibles, that the fucking the way that those things are sealed. One, it is good to keep out kids, because it's so fucking difficult to get into. But two, once you get too high, it's like I want another one. I can't open it up. I give up.
Dude,
that's a good thing.
I sit here on the air and I use a letter opener to fucking open the bag so I get a clean cut on it. Because they have those.
One. Yeah, I had one at least. Like it was set up so like it had like a slip. So you grab this one and then that way open up. You can't just open up the regular way. But the other ones, like you got to get your fucking fingernail in there to fucking get the thing to unseal. Is like no shit. There was one time I was so fucking high. I'm like, I want to eat more, and thank God I couldn't get into it. I shouldn't have eaten anymore.
I live in a perpetual state of confusion because I live right off the interstate. So I live in some apartments, so I never know if I'm smelling like legitimate roadkill skunk or someone smoking weed. I'm like, fuck, there's no way to know.
Well, nowadays you smell gummies, it's probably weed.
I lived in an apartment for like 8 years, and it was like either you're smelling weed or what everybody else is cooking. Like that was like the hallmark. I'm so happy I have
Indian neighbors. Like I get it, you got a great culture, but I'm glad I don't fucking smell it. I love Indian food, but I would not want to perpetually smell it.
I fucking hated that in college because we weren't allowed to have any like hot plates or anything in our dorms, but somehow the Indians were always able to cook their food. And it smelled for fucking days, and not in a good way. It's like it just smelled like old hobo,
as opposed to the fragrance of young hobo, which we all love so much.
We're talking hobo. He's been up there a while. He's been baking in the juices.
Speaking of hobos,
go.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. I'm sorry, dude. She's I'd 100%. I'd smash.
Oh, she.
For sure.
Yeah.
I gotta say this. Is it sad I'd take Casey Anthony before fucking Meghan Markle?
Yeah.
I would take Lorena Bobbitt before Meghan Markle.
I'd smash Meghan, but she couldn't talk.
That was it. As soon as she opened her mouth, it's over.
Yeah, just cover her mouth up and it's fine.
Well, you put something in it to keep her quiet too.
Make it more tolerable. I don't even think she's pretty. Like, she looks fucking weird to me.
She does look crazy. Yeah, she got crazy.
She's all right from the neck. She's all right from the neck down.
Fair enough. Okay, I'll give you that. Yeah.
But.
Yeah. He's not wrong. He's not wrong at all. I mean, literally. It's every time she talks, you just look at her.
Why don't you go back to your home on Whore Island?
Her greatest worth was opening up fucking cases to find out if you got money or not.
That's right. She was on that fucking game show.
I want to see when Prince Harry dies and he goes to heaven, so his mom would be like, "I'm so disappointed in you." Like, there's no way Lady Di would fucking celebrate this.
That was like the Queen.
She was hot back on the show Suits. Do you guys remember that show?
I didn't know
she was hot in that, but
I wouldn't say hot. I said she was attractive. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Like the redhead secretary, she was hot.
Oh yeah, she was good looking.
Meghan Markle was she was all right. I mean, I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers, but I definitely wouldn't put a ring on it.
I'm waiting. There it is. I'm waiting for Papa. Ew, for real. Markle, raise your standards for fuck's sake. Look, man, I didn't say she's the best thing.
Respect privacy.
Nothing wrong with an angry bang.
Yeah. Respect our privacy. Our privacy, guy. Oh, wait, they're not Canadian. Never mind. But no, this is their docu-series.
Yeah,
they're
part of the Canadian royalty.
Yes. Yeah. Snubbed by Emmy voters. What did you expect? You're both fucking retards. Like
Wasn't
nobody
this
gives
show
a
like the most
fuck.
downloaded show in Netflix history since the Amy Schumer stand-up special? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, there we go. I would take Meghan Markle over Amy Schumer. That's my line. Like,
I'd rather shake the queen now than her. Ouch.
Yeah, Drew Beaumont wins for that one. I'd rather shag the queen now than Megan.
You just want to pop an old
He wins. Drew Beaumont's just sitting back going like,
Joke's on you, I'm into that shit.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. These two are just, I mean, really,
I'm curious.
like, these
So
two
Papa
are.
Cotton says, is the rest of the country populated by bridge trolls? No, we're populated by fucking trannies. We can't tell if it's actually a woman or not. We should take our chances with Meghan Markle. Like,
Yeah, at least I know she's a female.
To be
right?
fair, he likes Brie Larson, so he doesn't really have.
Well, see, that's another one we talked about on my channel. Nobody would pass her up either. You just got to keep something in her mouth. Still bang the shit out of her.
It's the only thing that
also
fucks
don't
me
look
up.
at her feet.
That's it. That's the breaking thing for me is her fucking feet, bro.
Can't do it. Can't
Like,
do it, man.
I can't. If she's got them fucking toes look like cloven hooves and shit, man, I can't fucking do it.
Keep her fucking high heels on and keep her mouth full.
Feet ever. Like, no, feet are a no-go. Like, if I'm getting in bed with a woman, like, keep your socks on in general. I don't like feet.
I gotta,
Yeah, I don't. Doesn't bother me.
When they lose traction, it's a lot more fun.
God damn.
Well, first time I get to use this. I just loaded that one up today.
Couldn't hear that one.
Did you play it?
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah, I always forget. Every time you load one up, you got to create a destination for the fucking sound effects. I got to do that for like 4 of them now. Fuck. I'm glad I learned that now instead of on my show.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with Papa though. Knee-high socks. That's where it's at. Some knee highs, they stop right at the
I like
thigh.
knee highs too, but they have to eventually come off.
Look, man, I don't have a foot fetish, but I'm saying I'm looking at it like this. Like, if a woman takes care of her feet, right? If her feet are nice and pretty and manicured, them toes are right, she's gonna take care of the chocha. That's it, man. Bottom fucking line. Like, if
It's
her
like the
fucking feet, if her feet are fucked up, that pussy's gonna be fucking. There's gonna be something wrong. I'll guarantee it's gonna look like Arby's thrown against the wall, and left in the sun, or some shit.
So
it's the broken window theory, but for girls' body.
Yes, vagina. Yes, absolutely.
There's a fetish for people that like are missing limbs. Like, some people are into individuals that are missing limbs. Now, one of my best buds, he's got no legs, and he met his wife when she was his nurse, and so it says like, oh, I wonder if that's her thing. I wonder if they hooked up because she's like, oh, my patient has no legs, and like I actually got the American fairy tale or whatnot. So,
speaking of weird fetishes, I did drop that meme for you earlier.
Oh, yeah.
She call him Lieutenant Dan in bed.
I haven't asked, but I'm sure. Well, it's crazy.
Lieutenant
Dan
Dan.
with legs, but there was no knee from the bones down, so they just lopped his legs off.
We'll play the Lieutenant Dan's ice cream so I can run upstairs and take a piss eventually.
Still probably better than Ben and Jerry's.
Anything's better than Ben and Jerry's. We don't want ice cream that tastes like communism in fucking Portland.
It's so upsetting me. I grew up in Vermont, like a half hour away from the Ben and Jerry's factory, and yeah, that's like the coolest thing to go to as a kid and all that. And like, yeah, now it's just
fuck yeah, it's an ice cream factory as a kid. Yeah.
How dare you with an ice cream factory that's on Native American land?
Yeah. Yeah. They would pull up these like when you go over the fucking factory floor, they would pull up a bucket that they load up directly, fresh, fucking right off the line, up for you to fucking sample. It's so good. Fuck those commie motherfuckers.
Right?
I don't want anything to happen to Krispy Kreme, because no matter where you are in the country, you walk into a Krispy Kreme and it's like checking out the factory, because it's all right there in front of you. They show how it's made. Next thing you know, Krispy Kreme on Christmas Day is going to be like, remember, this is the pagan holiday. Fuck, we lost Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme has fallen. I repeat, Krispy Kreme has fallen.
We're supposed to go now. Is there even another Dunkin'? Really? They got rid of it's not even Dunkin' Donuts anymore. I'm not going to go to Dunkin'.
Yeah, like they want to branch out to all the kind of regular food, make it a fucking lunch place.
No.
Yeah, because I remember the last time I was on my lunch break from work.
No, they just do breakfast shit.
They do breakfast sandwiches.
They changed it to just Dunkin' a while ago because they don't want to be just known as just donuts.
Well, if that's the only thing you're good at, maybe lean into it because no one's going there for their fucking coffee either. So
I will say I've had a couple of their breakfast sandwiches. They ain't bad. It's pretty damn decent.
They make decent breakfast sandwiches, and I get the coffee pods, the turtle. That's like the turtle. It's called Turtle Love. It's like the little chocolate turtle candies you get. You know what I mean, with the almonds and the caramel and shit. That coffee from Dunkin' is fucking amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I get those from my Keurig, and it smells fucking phenomenal. All right, let's check this meme out from CJP.
Is the bear? Is the guy? Seems more game warden thing to me. It's illegal, Burton. I know that.
I can't believe they actually put that in the fucking game.
Right.
Excuse me. There. There. Do you need assistance?
Let's do this.
Oh my god! Was the squirrel actually in that game scene?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. There's a squirrel watching and dropping the nut.
Oh, that's so weird.
I know.
Dude, the thing is, I've known Dungeons and Dragons players that were into this sort of shit when it's still just tabletop. Like, I'm not surprised they're putting it in the game, but it's still degenerate as fuck. Like, it's beyond just fucking a bear. They're so excited.
Draven, you're steering the ship for a minute.
Oh god.
Well,
they're so excited in the game. You get to choose both your pronouns and your genitals. Like, there's a sliding scale for choosing your genitals in the game.
It's
not
so
even
dumb.
From what I understand, the reason why the thing is in the form of a bear, because that's only an alternative form, is because the other form is in the form of a child.
Right? Oh, really? Because I heard it was a dude. Like the bear was a dude.
But it's like 3,000 years old, but it's a form of a child. So an alternative, they fuck as a bear.
No, I heard it was a girl. I heard it was the little girl.
Look, whatever. It's a child, nonetheless. No matter what, it's a child.
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
it's
bestiality and fucking pedo at the same time.
Yeah, it's like that lolly crap where they're all like, "Oh, she's not a freaking 8-year-old. She's a freaking 4,000-year-old." So like, yeah, no,
it's an 8-year-old furry is what they're fucking simulating.
For me, at the end of the day, the lolly stuff, it's so hard to wrap my head around because I don't want to prosecute people for thought crimes, and at the end of the day, it is just fiction. So I'm like, well, probably shouldn't care because it's not real. It's not like it's happening to a real individual, but also it's still depraved as fuck. So I'm like, I don't think there should be really a law against it, but we should still keep an eye on those sort of folks. I don't know where to draw that line.
Well, again, we go back to the fucking broken window theory. This person is going to be just simulating, thinking about it. Eventually, they're going to want to fucking do it. Next thing you know, we got the fucking sound of freedom.
How many times do we have like someone cuts you off in traffic and you immediately like, oh, I want to saw their head off while their wife watches? Like that's a thought crime. You don't want someone prosecuting you for a thought crime, but also it's still fucking sick. So I don't know where that line, where you draw that line, because I know I've had some very awful thoughts about people, not sexually, but like, oh man, I wouldn't mind fucking tearing this person's head off right now. I wouldn't want to go to jail for having that thought. So
yeah. Well, again, I mean, just talking about like the people out there who like want to produce, now we've got the fucking AI generated art, and you're hearing about people making fucking about kitty porn. Is what they're making of this shit. Oh. But again, it's that stepping stone.
The Overton window.
Now they've got access to this. They're enjoying it more and more, and it's just a matter of time before they actually want the real thing, and they go out and fucking do it. So it's got to get cut off. You can't be allowed to do. You can't be allowing people to do this shit, man.
Yeah.
Broken window theory. Stop it at the pass.
I don't know if it's beneficial or not, because like people make an argument that if they're looking at that at least they're not doing it to a kid. You know,
No, I
it's
don't.
like
I don't know. I
somehow-
don't see
Well,
it
and,
that
I mean,
way.
you can the only
prevents
real equivalent, because I get where you're coming from, and like let's take a look at someone like like Amsterdam, where the majority of drugs are legal, and they have very little drug problems. They have very little arrests or overdoses. There aren't a lot of like people on meth mugging people in the streets. So like having it legal and available for like within reason does seem to curb certain things. But do we really want to take that risk with pedophilia? I'm sorry, I'll take that risk with drugs way before pedophilia.
That's a hard line where
exactly.
Here's the problem, because of course the biggest problem with drugs is that it creates crime because of the hard laws. And there is the big thing there, like we're talking about. If you legalize it more, and they're not, those places, they're not pushing to the really hard shit. They're not doing fucking black tar heroin and all that. They're doing a lot of fucking weed and a lot more mild shit. But it's when we're talking about stuff that leads to very bad crimes, I mean, that needs to be cut off at the pass. It's the same thing. I had a discussion before about because I was stationed in Italy for 3 years, and it's absolutely true that kids are allowed. They'll sit at a dinner table, you'll see kids sipping on wine. They grow up respecting it as opposed to just wanting to get drunk. So that's why Italians have a respect for alcohol, and they're not just trying to get wasted like Americans are. So but
like I said, I'm just trying to think of what's the best way to prevent kids from being hurt. And because it's not like if we just say, okay, you can't even look at that fake shit, it doesn't mean that they're going to stop thinking about it. It doesn't mean those perverts are going to that's going to somehow prevent them from trying it.
You're
Would
still
you rather
giving
have
them
them look at dirty
satisfaction.
cartoons?
You're still giving them satisfaction. You're giving them the ability to fucking keep thinking
they're
about
gonna
it,
look
though.
for that no matter what.
They need to find an alternative.
But they're not going to. You don't understand that? I mean,
I kind of get finding an alternative. I don't really know if it's like you're like
they need therapy, dude.
Absolutely. How many goth bitches?
Therapy with a
who
wood
is into
chipper.
goth bitches?
Yes,
so when you
I agree with
goth bitch,
Drake.
you're like, oh yeah. If these people are into that sort of, you can't just like turn off a fetish. You can't just make it go away. To my knowledge, I'm not a fucking psychiatrist, but like. So I'm not saying, hey, let's give these guys child porn so they don't rape kids. Like, no, there was still a kid getting diddled in the process of making that. So, but there's also ways to find an alternative. I don't know if that's even within their capability.
They need therapy, and one thing's for absolutely sure: if they do it every once, wood chipper is my belief.
Absolutely, I think that Lowe's and Twitter need to team up to do like a wood chipper special sale or something. You see all these people on Twitter who are very open about how into that shit they are. If Lowe's and Elon Musk got together, like, hey, show us this Elon Musk tweet for 30% off a wood chipper, I'm sure they make brilliant money.
Yeah. I just real quick. I know we don't want to stay on this topic forever, but I do want to say real quick. I can't remember what city it was that they actually wanted to give out crack pipes and locations to do heroin and all that shit.
They were doing that in Philly, weren't they?
Yeah, I
in
thought
San Francisco.
Yeah, and so, I mean, all you're doing again, you're still feeding the addiction. You're not breaking them away from it. You're saying it's okay to do. This is okay. Just go ahead and keep fucking doing it. And I really look at that as being in the same way talking about this fucking kitty thing.
But what I'm saying is, if you that's a great stance to do. What I am talking about is strictly if it lowers the numbers, because there's what you should do and what feels like, like you said, wood chipper, that's great and all, but looking from strictly, would it actually drop those numbers down? Would it be beneficial to look into something like that if it could prevent children from being hurt? I don't know if it does. I don't know if it, but what I'm saying is, if it did, would it be beneficial? Would it be something to do?
I mean, obviously, it's not a thing we're going to solve right now.
It's about saving children. That's all.
One thing is somebody needs to do the actual fucking research, and that's the problem. Is obviously we look at the mainstream media; they don't want this problem to be solved. They want to keep going. So, other than that, I'm not going to take any advice from. Whoop, sorry about that. Fucking hit my fucking stream deck. One thing's for sure is I'm not going to take any advice from the devil on this topic. So, thank you very much.
I punish those people. What are you talking about, man?
I'm gonna provide some levity here, and I turned monetization off. Godzillionaire's right. Etep's channel is pulling a Ralph Wiggum right now. I'm in danger. Yeah. Yep. So I'm just gonna add to that with this video. So enjoy.
Do you suppose we'll meet any wild animals?
We might.
Animals that eat straw?
Some, but mostly faggots and pedos and Jews.
Pedos
and Jews.
Faggots and pedos and Jews. Oh my. Faggots and pedos and Jews. Oh my. Faggots and pedos and Jews. Oh my. Faggots and pedos and Jews. Oh my.
There we go. Okay.
That's awesome.
Wow.
I just went in to turn monetization off on this stream. I'm like, you know what? We're going to show this. Fuck it. You guys out there living in fear of certain words, it's all right. It's all right. It's all good.
Oh, that's great.
All right. All right. There we go. There we go. We got that out of the way. Now, a word from our sponsor before our main topic. The man of the hour, Pennsylvania man. Only after word from our sponsor, which is a delicious ice cream company.
I remember my old country home. Clean, fresh air and flowers growing in the field. Along the path beside our swimming hole. Mama hollering through the screen, Lieutenant Dan, ice cream. That was such a simpler time and place. Lieutenant Dan's taste like the good old days. Lieutenant Dan's half the man ice cream. Half the calories for half the man. But if you want the full flavor of ice cream and all the calories, try Lieutenant Dan's Magic Legs ice cream. In your stores right now. Lieutenant Dan's ice cream is a proud sponsor of Etep, the place to be reviews.
Yeah.
Thank you to Normie for putting that together, man. That was that one will never get old. I love that. I love
nice
that
endorsement.
It is, man. You know, we got Lieutenant Dan's Magic Legs ice cream sponsoring us. But here we go. Pennsylvania man. Cops. Tycoon pulled shotgun on Amazon driver. Man, 70, brandished weapon outside Pennsylvania mansion. July 10th, a multimillionaire media executive was arrested for pointing a short barrel shotgun at a woman attempting to deliver an Amazon package to his sprawling Pennsylvania mansion. Police report. According to investigators, the 30-year-old victim told cops she arrived at the 72-acre estate on July 1st to deliver an Amazon package to the residence of Steve Saslow, 70. The woman told police Saslow granted her access to the property by means of opening the security gate to the sprawling property, which includes a 14,000 square foot home and a large heated indoor pool. That makes me jealous, with a retractable roof. Even more jealous. Located near the Pocono Mountains, Saslow Estate was put on the market last year for $3.5 million. I'm only about $3.5 million away from being able to afford that. All right.
So close.
Doing all right, but not that all right. As detailed in a Pennsylvania State Police report, the victim said, I'm almost 1,000 there. The victim said that she had parked her own Dodge Caravan in front of the residence in order to deliver said package when Zaslow unexpectedly brandished a short barrel shotgun, black in color, which made it much more frightening because she's a racist, with his left hand and it's an assault shotgun and pointed it. It's at her person. She was afraid it was going to... Never mind. The woman told cops that while at gunpoint, she raised her hands, claiming she was from Amazon, all the while seated inside the vehicle. Additionally, the woman said her 2 children were seated in the rear portion of the vehicle during the midst of this incident. Isn't that against company policy?
Yeah, there's no way that's legal.
No, you can't take your kids with you on a delivery.
I thought this was going a completely different direction when you said
It's
a
like
delivery girl got a big black barrel pointed at her.
This is like 2 hours from me.
Is it?
Yeah. Cobble.
Pocono Mountains.
You can only guess what happens next. He fixes the cable.
Following Zaslow retrieving said package from the victim via his opposing hand, the victim stated that he pointed the firearm at her once again and told her to vacate the premises. Jesus fucking Christ, words are hard, to which she complied. I am stoned. Pennsylvania troopers arrested Zaslow last Saturday on a reckless endangerment charge. While Zaslow was not named in the report, a police spokesperson confirmed to the Smoking Gun that Zaslow was the arrestee in the misdemeanor case. A veteran media industry figure whose career has included ad sales and creation of several media firms. Most recently, he purchased and later shuttered newspapers in Oregon, including Medford's Mail Tribune, which closed earlier this year. In addition to his Henryville, PA spread, he paid last year $3.8 million for a lakefront home in Florida. Jesus. And one of his firms owns a twin-engine beach airplane that seats 6. On his Facebook page, he recommends a Porsche dealer near his Pennsylvania residence.
Wait. So he owns property in Florida? So he was just getting started earlier. He's all like, yeah, I don't want to wait till Florida to get crazy.
Yep.
So, is there any explanation as to why the fuck he did that?
No, none. He just
totally random. He lets her in the gate. She shows up, and all of a sudden pulls a fucking shotgun. Get off the premises. Should be. Yeah. And I was confused on that word too. Isn't it premises? It just said
premises. It's premises.
They spelled it wrong. Anyways, that's so fucking weird.
Right?
Was he also hanging out with fucking Pelosi's husband?
He was my friend.
Was there a dude behind him with a hammer?
What was he wearing? Just his dun-dun-duns.
He's in his fucking undergoose.
That's what he calls his friend, the hammer.
The hammer.
He twists it and hits the tip with the hammer. That's
just
how he gets his rocks off.
Just the tip.
That is so fucking weird.
That is weird. Like, he let her in. I mean...
And obviously she's in a fucking Amazon van.
Yep.
Clearly marked.
Why does she have her kids with her is beyond me, though. That's fucked up.
Another thing, guaranteed, there's no fucking seats in that back section there. Oh. They're just fucking rocking around with the fucking
They're sitting on packages the whole time?
I was going to say they're sitting on packages.
Yep.
I know it's finding some of those edibles that were heading to Etep's house.
God damn it, kids. When the deliveries are done, you have to sit on the floor. Eat them edibles that's going to the Wakuian estate.
That's what happened. As soon as she stopped, all he saw was two fucking things come running at the back, stripping off clothes and going wild.
She has naked chicks in that car. I gotta stop her.
Yeah.
Children.
JB says she was acting the fool. Jew Beaumont says, yeah, you don't just pull a shotty out on someone. What was she doing?
Yeah,
Papa says, maybe it's just me, but that sounds like complete bullshit. Mm-hmm. Right. There's got to be something else because, I mean, unless this guy's completely tripping balls on like mescaline or like acid or something.
The dude owns a mansion. He's rich as fuck. I mean, it's the middle of the day. He is probably on some sort of designer drugs. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there was something that caused this, but let's not. I'm sure he also was pretty fucked up.
He was probably on Methimycel.
What up, super fan? Yeah, there's something here we're missing that they're not reporting. Because, like you said, that seems.
Yeah, and also because this guy is such a multi-millionaire, they're covering something up on his side. There's something not saying about it. They wouldn't give a fuck about an Amazon driver.
No,
they're not going to cover something up for her.
Well, I mean, to be fair though, he's a rich white guy. What did it say the ethnicity of? Did I miss it? What was the Amazon driver? A black woman, or was she just a regular?
They showed a picture. She looks like a white chick.
No, that was him. They didn't show a picture of her.
Oh, it's a picture. I thought it was a chick.
They didn't. No, they didn't give her name either.
Now, he looked like Al Franken, though.
If it was Al Franken, I can understand it. It'd be perfectly understandable. Al Franken's pretty much afraid of women. No, yeah, it never. I don't think it ever gave her name. Let's see. Hang on. Let me open the source diagram. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let me see if it lists her name. Hang on. Is it? Hang on, let me share this. Let's share this. Here we go, right here. Okay, so here's the Stroudsburg Patrol Unit.
Godzillionaire, that's pretty good.
that motherfucker isn't real.
Hey, I
like
would.
the guy in the plane.
She's crazy.
Let's see.
She's at least in Alabama 6.
Speaking of that not real thing, there was a meme that had a fake razor and fake diesel under it. It was that. They're not real.
They're not real. The victim is a 30-year-old female from Allentown. I don't think it's gonna. Let's see. We'll scroll down here and see if it gives her name. But just refers to her as the victim.
Oh, she wasn't. It wasn't in an Amazon van. She was in her own car.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can use their own cars for deliveries.
Okay.
I've had Amazon deliveries come to my house.
There's a
and
DC
it's
like right by my house.
Yeah, them come to my house in their own vehicles to where like it's funny, like the one came the other day and I'm out in my garage, like in the middle, the wife and kid were gone. I'm just sitting out there smoking weed, drinking a beer, and they come walking up to the garage. I'm like, "How you doing? Good. Here you go. All right, thanks."
See, that's the problem then. He walked up and saw her and 2 midgets smoking crack in the back seat, and that's when he pulled the gun.
Why is Dorothy smoking weed with the fucking Lollipop Guild in my driveway?
Since she was using the regular car, he probably didn't think it was an Amazon delivery person and assumed it was a trespass.
Could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd think that there'd be a camera, but it might not have been. Might just been an intercom.
Right.
You would think, that a place like that would have some sort of private, whether it be a security system or private security or whatnot. I mean,
I wouldn't just take somebody's word for it. You're right. So just assume. Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna take your word for it. You're an Amazon driver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You'd think there'd be a camera. Well, I mean, everyone's got a Ring doorbell. Of course, it's gonna have a fucking security camera.
So if someone pulls up to my place and says, "Hey, I'm your Amazon driver," I know shit's going south because I do my shopping in person. Like, fuck off my door.
Well, he has a security gate. Why didn't you just say, "Yeah, no, I'm good. You can."
Right,
know.
like there's cameras there.
Yeah, there's gotta be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he was He thought it was a process server and he was ditching him. Something.
Yeah, that there's you're not gonna have a mansion like that and not have a security camera system of some kind. If you've got an intercom system and you've got a security gate, you've got cameras all over that bitch. I'll guarantee it. Probably in places that would shock you too. You know, I've worked in houses like that. Yeah.
How many of the houses
you
work and go with the Chuck Berry method?
Oh God. On the grounds that it might, you know what, Your Honor, we'd like to plead the fifth. I yield the rest of my time back, Senator. Yeah, Papa says it's obvious to me. Yeah, there's something missing here.
Mm-hmm.
There is.
Oh, maybe Amazon just sent the wrong damn product.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
You're supposed to label the sex toys, not sex toys.
That's not what I ordered at all.
I asked for the 18-inch dildo, not the 12.
Yeah, it doesn't say the dude's married, so.
Doesn't get exciting till it goes over the 12-inch mark.
Yeah, before that, it's just a waste of my time, he says.
Look at this. I took a drink of my fucking beer and my camera went fucking blurry.
Wow.
Fuck. Can't wait. YouTube fucking payday. I'm getting a great fucking camera. This piece of shit.
On that note, folks, this has been a very eventful stream, which I'm going to have to edit heavily. Post one section in particular. Tony already DM'd me.
Gary Gygax is rolling over in his fucking grave right now. Like
he's like, you better delete that. That was funny as shit, though. But yeah, I'm gonna go around and I'll give our guest the floor and let him go ahead and promote his channel, which is in the description to the video, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Yeah, no, you can come check me out at Words of Paradise. I cover pop culture news through a political lens, whether it be the good, the bad, the ugly, also right and left. I'm not a strictly, anti-woke or anti-left-wing channel. I think that both sides of the aisle have been screwing over nerd culture since, well, longer than I've been alive. And so anytime you want to come, get some news, whether it be about Sound of Freedom, like my video was about today. We also do positive videos when positive things do happen in nerd culture. It does not happen very often. Yesterday we had one. It was about the new Wolverine suit. And let me tell you, positive videos don't do well on YouTube, so I'd like those numbers to get up a little bit. YouTube feeds on negativity, but other than that, yeah, come check me out at Words of Paradise. Hopefully you'll find something you enjoy. I do a Countercast live stream every Monday at 3 o'clock p.m. Central Time with a rotating panel of guests. Our man Etep has been on it before. It's great, and yeah, I'd love to see you there. Thank you for having me on. I love coming on the show, and it's been a rough day. This was actually exactly what I needed. Thank you.
Oh man, glad to have you, brother, and glad to provide some levity to the end of a rough day, man. We go over here to my brother, Mr. Soldier Spirit. Let him tell you what he's got going on.
So lick my butt and suck on my balls, America. Fuck yeah!
Yes, dude, check out Vets Talk and drop the G and you'll find me. Like I said, if you enjoy my commentary on here, when I'm usually one kind of brings it a little bit more serious, talk about the culture, oh my god, I drank too many fucking beers. On Saturdays. But I think that y'all will enjoy my commentary on Thursdays, Knife Hands on Vets Talking, where, like I said, we're gonna really get fucking good and pissed off. It's just nothing but fucking veterans yelling to the fucking mics over all the stupid shit going on, and we are gonna fucking really rage over the fucking mainstream media's commentary on the Sound of Freedom tomorrow. So come check that out. Make sure you can always check us out. Same days every Thursday at 10 o'clock Eastern and on Saturdays. But I know a lot of y'all are going to be here for Etep. I don't want to drag you away, but just check out Vets Talking. Any love to me is greatly appreciated, and I love you all as well. Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me again, Etep. Until next time.
You're welcome. You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. As always, man. Let me go over here to Devil Made Me Do It.
Hey, Devil Made Me Do It. Now like 3 on the Twitter. If you like memes, check it out. And check out Get Ranked. Every Sunday we do a different list on pop culture stuff. And this week is going to be action movie leads. The lead characters. And we're doing it. Etep's going to be on there. I got Culture Casino. And yeah, check it out.
Hell yeah, man. Looking forward to it, bro. Looking forward to it. Absolutely. Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate it.
And yes, Tolbot is right. You will see lots of shirtless hiking videos on my channel as well.
Softcore porn.
Oh, shit. Next up, ladies and gents, he is the bearded bard of Bond. I'm surprised I can still say that at this point of inebriation.
Yes, you can find me on my channel at Forgotten One Music on Thursday the 20th. So not this Thursday, but next Thursday, I will be debuting my own show called the Forgotten One Cast. So first episode is just kind of a working out the kinks, introduction, who I am, what I do, and then the next week Paul Hadouken will be joining me, and we'll be talking about self-recording and how it's changed over the years, and techniques and tips and tricks. I can't fucking talk today. God damn it.
I've been drinking.
Somebody else has been eating edibles.
Right?
But yeah. So check out the Forgotten One Cast. It's Thursday the 20th at 7 p.m. Central over on my channel at Forgotten One Music. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, brother. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Appreciate you being here on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturdays, man. It is. I love having you as a regular, man. We got, yeah, absolutely, brother. And last but certainly not least, my man, AngelousDraven, where I'm going right after we leave here. I got to change out of my Charlie Harper shirt and get into some wrestling attire. I might put my fucking pleather pants and my feather boa on. Maybe. Let's talk some AEW, Draven.
Yeah, so like he said, we're gonna go over to my channel here at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, and we'll watch tonight's episode of Dynamite. This is the card. Should be an interesting one. I'm looking forward to the MJF and Adam Cole versus Brian Cage and Big Bill match. That's probably what I'm looking forward to the most. So come on over there and check us out. And yeah, it's usually a good time. And thanks for having me.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Absolutely. Looks like a good card. It's going to be fun. And yeah, you can find me over there shortly. And wait, I get my own outro music. Hang on a second. Wait. There we go. That's better. No, thank you everybody in the chat for being here. I'm gonna do a car video. Now I know what you're thinking. Wait, you're gonna do a car video, but it's not gonna be a regular car video. I'm gonna be broadcasting from this bad bitch right here. This is Daddy's big. This is the big boy ride. We'll be pulling. I just got her plated today, so I'll be doing a car video from there. From the next little get together I take her to. Yep, Olds Delta 88 Royale Broham edition.
What year?
So you're gonna
82?
85.
85. Oh wow.
So you decided
85.
to become a pimp, is what you're saying?
I had first car was a 78 Oldsmobile 98 Regency, so not that different from that car, but it was maroon.
Yep, I know the
brown leather
Regencies.
top.
Yep, this one right here, it's got 44,000 miles on it. The engine blew up at 42,000. The new one has 356 miles on it right now. That was the first car my dad restored. I bought it from him last year. It's been in my garage. I've driven it a few times, but it's been on a Vietnam veteran plate that expired in 2007. So I got my new plate today for it and everything. I'm getting the windows blacked out. We're going to put some 100 spokes on there with the knockoffs. I might even do front and backs on it because his buddy's got a couple pumps. So I might do a little front and back action on there, put a few switches in it just for fun, but eventually, not right now. But yeah, that's the first thing is getting them windows all blacked out, and yeah, it's got working AC, tape player works and everything in it. Yeah, she's all original, which is why I'm hesitant to change anything. But yeah, so I'll be doing a car video coming live from the Oldsmobile very soon. The big whip. And yeah, I got a Cynthia Rothrock video coming out this week. Review of Think Big starring Peter and David Paul from 1990. Member stream tomorrow for the channel members. We'll do an afternoon stream. I got some stuff to do with the kid in the morning, and we'll do an afternoon stream. And Friday night, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I have no idea. Probably hanging out with the family. Maybe watch some wrestling if we're doing that. Saturday, though, I'm going to see The Sound of Freedom at 2. We're doing Saturday night's main event. Saturday night, I'll probably talk a little bit about Sound of Freedom over there. And then after Saturday night's main event, it's Joe Pesci time because we'll be playing Mario Kart over on Draven's channel.
Yeah, and new tracks came out today. So,
I know Tony's like, I'm going to be checking those out tonight.
Yep.
Oh, Wiggler,
the
please.
Wiggler.
Hey,
Goddamn Wigglers. Goddamn Wigglers.
Yep.
The future Wigglers of never mind. Anyway, folks, thank you everybody in the chat for being here tonight. I appreciate you guys and gals hanging out. Tolbad says it right. Hang on, did it highlight? Thank you to everyone in the panel except Etep. Fuck that guy. That's what I say too. That's what I say. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you.
Fuck you. You're cool.
You're cool.
Fuck you.
I'm out. Thank you, everybody. I am Etep Okuian from the Place to Be Reviews. I've been here with all of you. If I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. I'm not Ben Shapiro from the Daily Wire. I'm not afraid to get my wife wet. Anyway, catch you guys on the next one. That's it. We're out. Is the outro going to play? Did I press it?
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
It's better to burn out than to fade away. I could do this all
Cruz, thank you very much.
What's up, bro?
pushing your luck, little man.
No tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.